Hello. So in this video, I basically just wanted to kind of give an update on some of the things I'm looking to do the rest of this year. Here is we got about half the year left, a little under, and I've only had this channel for maybe a month or so. Just had a few ideas of what I was going to do here going forward from now to the end of the year, and I just kind of wanted to cover that and maybe a few other little things. So for the rest of the year, the big things I have planned to do is I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a Ghost of Tsushima stream of the whole game when it comes out here in a couple weeks. I'm really hyped for that game. It's my most hyped game of the year. It looks amazing to me. I've never actually played Assassin's Creed, but I've heard people compare it to that, but I've never actually been interested in Assassin's Creed or play any of them, but Ghost of Tsushima just looks amazing to me. The music has sounded amazing from the trailers that we've gotten and such, and a little bit of the demo score that's come out now and stuff. There's actually a full song on YouTube now from the soundtrack. But yeah, I'm looking to stream that. Like I said, pretty sure I'll do a full stream on that, full playthrough. When I do that too, like most games, I'll probably do on my first playthrough, basically doing 0 side missions. That's typically how I do things. I know that might be different than some people, but typically on games, on a first playthrough, I do 0 side missions, just do the stories. I like to be able to beat the game quicker that way, as well as I feel like it also kind of gives you a reason to go back and replay the game later on when you haven't experienced the side missions, so that way you haven't, exactly experienced the full game kind of thing. So I feel like that really gives you good reason, incentive to go back and play through a game a second time. So that's the first kind of big thing that's coming up that I feel like I'll do the soonest. And then a couple other things I plan on doing is when Tony Hawk 1 and 2 HD remake comes out, I plan on streaming that as well. I've always loved Tony Hawk games. I've been dying for a Tony Hawk game that basically plays like the old Tony Hawk games, but with today's more modern graphics. I would even, even there for a while, I said I would have, or it kind of felt like I would take a game that even had kind of PS3 graphics with the old gameplay, just because even just simply, going from the standard Tony Hawk games back when they were actually good that were in standard definition to the HD that you got with PS3 is even a huge upgrade. And the fact that now we're actually getting on PS4, and I'm really hoping that this remake sells well, does well, because if it does, I feel like they could end up perhaps remaking 3 and 4, and maybe even do Underground 1 and 2. And I got more into the franchise with 3. So yeah, I'm just hoping this does well, and the fact that from what I've seen, it plays like the old Tony Hawk games, which is what I wanted, and with today's today's newer graphics. So I'm very hyped for Tony Hawk, and so that's something I'm looking to do is stream Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I don't know the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 levels that well either, which is interesting because I didn't get into Tony Hawk much until, like I said, 3. But the fact that you have kind of some of the features from 3 and 4 being implemented into the 1 and 2 remake, I think is great. Being able to do flatland tricks and reverts and such, because originally Tony Hawk games were pretty limited with 1 and 2 in terms of what you could do. So that's kind of the second thing, and that comes out in September. Thirdly, I might do a Crash Bandicoot 4 playthrough of that. I never played Crash Bandicoot until the remaster trilogy came out, as I never had a PS1 back in the day, but I've always liked platformers a lot, so I got that and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And from the trailers, I feel like Crash Bandicoot 4 looks really good. I don't understand the hate that the art style is getting. Originally, when I saw the trailer, I actually thought that the art style was closer than it is in terms of the differences, but then later on I did see some screenshots, and it is a bigger change than I originally thought from the Crash 1 to 3 remake. But even so, it still looks amazing, and I feel like it actually has more detail in the graphics, even though a lot of people are saying it's cartoony. I don't really see that. Kind of feel like it's the opposite, where the other was a little more cartoony. But yeah, that's in October. And then lastly, the big thing, kind of two big things, because they come together kind of at the same time, is towards the end of the year with PlayStation 5 around holiday season, I plan on doing a PlayStation 5 unboxing, where I'll unbox it, the system. Assuming I'm able to get the system, I am a little worried about being able to get the system because, when systems first come out, the supply is a little bit lower, and I feel like it's going to be even harder to get a PS5 compared to past systems because of the pandemic. it's sounding like they're gonna have a little less consoles available than normal. In the first few months, production has been affected and slowed down, even though they are making them now. Feel like it sounds like they're not gonna have as many by day one, as well as the fact that Spider-Man Miles Morales is a day one game. So you combine that, I think PlayStation 4 is going to be, or PlayStation 5, excuse me, is going to be very hard to get at launch, and I don't know when it's going to go on sale. There's been rumors about July 13th, but yeah, so I am a little worried about that, that because we don't know for sure when it's going to go on sale, and with all I said, like if it goes on sale and I happen to be at work and I don't know for several hours, will the console sell out in 4 or 5 hours or however long it is, while I'm at work and before I actually get the news and actually get a chance to try to put a pre-order in. Will it sell out in just a few hours, or will it actually take a day or two? It's hard to say, but yeah, PlayStation 5 unboxing I plan on doing, and kind of comparing the size to like the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 and such, just to kind of give an idea to people of how much bigger it is, because it does sound like it's going to be quite a bit bigger, and I'm kind of interested myself just to, when it does come out, or even when we get kind of comparisons or something leading up to it, just to kind of see how much bigger it is and try to figure out where to put it in my entertainment stand. And part of that will depend on if it is more than just PlayStation 4 backwards compatible. I think it's kind of wishful thinking to think that it'll be 1 through 3, but it'd be nice if it was, because if it is, then I could unplug my PS4, my PS3, and my HD DVD, or my 4K Blu-ray player. So if I can unplug all three of those, that will make a big difference too. It's nice that for sure I'll be able to unplug the PS4 and the 4K, so that's at least two things, but it'd be even nicer if I could unplug the PS3 if it's able to play those games. And then with the PlayStation 5 unboxing on launch day that I'm planning on doing, assuming I'm able to get it, I'll probably also almost for sure do a Spider-Man Miles Morales playthrough. Love the first game, and I know this is kind of a smaller spin-off game, but still very hyped for it. Be interesting to see how long before the next actual sequel comes out, the full-fledged sequel, but Miles Morales, very looking forward to. So yeah, PlayStation 5, most likely do, like I said, unboxing, as well as a video of me playing Miles Morales, because that's kind of the big game right now currently for PlayStation 5. I feel like at launch, there's some other games I'm excited for, but it sounds like they're to be a little bit later. I'm not sure how many games I'm going to get on PlayStation 5 at launch right now. Part of it is because we don't necessarily know dates for all the games, and some of the games that we don't know dates for, such as Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, could end up being a launch game. Just don't know, or could be later. As well as the fact that there may be some third-party games that we don't even know about yet that might be a PlayStation 5 game, such as new Batman game. I'm wearing a Batman shirt here, Batman Arkham Knight shirt in particular. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a new Batman game or not at launch for PS5. There's been rumors about a new Batman Arkham game for such a long time, but if we do, then that would be something else. But right now, it's definitely Spider-Man Miles Morales, and beyond that, and the unboxing, not really sure what else will happen with PlayStation 5 in terms of day one. But basically, that's all I have for this video. Comments below, subscribe if you like this, and let me know too if you plan on getting a PlayStation 5 at launch, and what games you might get and such, and or if you're gonna wait, and just kind of that kind of thing. And what do you think about some of these games I mentioned and how it might stream, such as the Ghost of Tsushima, the Tony Hawk remake, and the Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, that's it for this video. See you next time. Thank you.